Happiness seems to be something that everyone is constantly searching for and always right behind. It's like we're chasing this thing that's always outrunning us. And the idea for this video actually came along because I kept chasing things like views and subscribers, and on my channel that's been very hit or miss. I'll have some videos that get a lot of views and gain me a lot of subscribers, and others don't do so well. And I realized if I'm chasing these external things outside of my control, I will never be happy. And happiness isn't something to be found in external things. Happiness is always in you. You can decide to be happy. In fact, you probably should decide to be happy. The present is determined by choices you made in the past. Yes, we do have free will in the present, and we can determine the future with choices we make right now, but that's exactly what we should be doing. Do things that make you happy so you can form a happy future for yourself. And if the present isn't happy for you, it's a reflection of the choices you made in the past. This isn't something to get upset about, though. We do still exist in the present, and we can still decide to do things. So right now, you can decide to be happy. As difficult as that may seem, I'm sure for all of us there are things that would make us happy. Something I learned that really helped me see how much is within my control and how much my happiness is within my control is not looking at external things. These are things that you cannot control. Things like other people's opinions of you, what other people decide to do, or money, or how many people subscribe to my channel or view my video. I can't control these things. And once you give these things up, you realize that there is a lot within your control, but it's all in your head. It's not out here. So you can decide to be happy. Once you let go of all of those external things, it really is as easy as making a choice. Something that's helped me realize this is thinking of who I want to be in the future. What does that future version of me feel like if he has all of these external things? And the answer was, he doesn't feel any different than I do right now. So that made me think, well, maybe my goals are wrong, maybe I'm shooting for the wrong things. But I realized the goals don't get you anything. They won't make you feel any better. It is good to have goals, but sometimes expectations kind of hurt us more than they help us. It's okay to have big goals to shoot for, but realize that it takes time for the change to be shown. And change itself is something that starts within you. When you decide to change your setting, the change comes. So remember that the choices we make in the present determine our future. And if we want to have a happy future, we have to make choices that make us happy in the present. And that's exactly the point. Happiness doesn't come from external things. Happiness comes from choice. And you can choose to be happy just as easily as you can choose to go to Starbucks. If you ever find yourself feeling unhappy or stressed, bring yourself back to your mind and remember these things are most likely outside of your control. What is within your control, though, is your response to these external situations. So if you've got a kind of nasty or rude customer, don't let them interfere with you and how you want to live your life. Don't let them taint your worldview. Keep being you, keep being happy. If you let things get to you, that's exactly what it is. You're letting them get to you. You're choosing to open yourself up to allow yourself to be changed by this external thing. So you can always choose how you respond to these external things and choose to not be affected by them, and then you never will be. The only thing that affects you is your mind itself. If you find yourself behaving in ways that you don't like, realize that that comes from within you, and you can change that too. You can change any aspect of yourself that you want. You're not helpless, and you don't need to rely on external things to help change you. A little mental trick that's really helped me realize this and integrate it into my daily life is visualization. I imagine who I want to be in the future, and I see that that future version of me doesn't feel any different than I do now. So I guess as kind of a response to my last video, setting very high goals and a high standard for yourself is a great thing. But again, it's not going to be the thing that brings you happiness. Remember that happiness isn't the goal. Happiness is an emotion that's felt in you. It's not something that can be found physically. Ultimately, what I'm saying is this. You can choose to be happy, and you can choose to let go of all of your other emotions. You don't have to feel afraid or scared or nervous. And in most cases, it is best to face these emotions, because on the other side, there isn't anything there. Something that we've all experienced before is being anxious. And to me, anxiety is a state where we've neglected the present and we live in this future version of our lives where everything bad has come to fruition. And we're living in this moment in the present. But do you see the problem there? We're living in this future that hasn't come. If you bring yourself back to the present moment, you'll probably find something like this. Car sounds, nature noises, there's not a whole lot going on here. So I'll leave the video off with this. If you're ever feeling anything other than happy, remember that you're here now because of the choices you made in the past. And you can always make choices now to get the future that you want if you don't have it. But the choice always comes from within you. And you can choose to have that future just as easily as you choose to be happy. I think that'll be it for this video. I hope it was of some help. This was just a recent realization that I had, and I wanted to make a video about it because it's really helped me realize I probably won't ever be able to achieve happiness because it's always in me. If you found the video helpful, insightful, whatever, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, even though I can't control what you do. Anyways, I can control my upload schedule, so I will most likely see you next Friday. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you again in about a week. Goodbye.